like the lane itself will be very interesting to me. That's like one thing, because Ursa should do quite well versus the Underlord. Like this should be like in every patch, this is a no-brainer Ursa winning matchup, and go for his own survivability and damage output. But in this game, I don't think it's that necessary. He's got the Ember and the Ursa. Crit?
No crit, yeah. He's going to be run down and will give up first blood. Why? So able to get a bunch of harass early on with the use of the, of course, Liquid Frost along with the dual breath, and finally Shiro was able to step in to clean up. Overall text level. Top lane, why? Rotation for him. Skitter's going to have to run the opposite direction away from the safety of his tower. Crip will try and mirror the TP. Is it enough to keep Skitter alive? It looks like it is. They feed him a Lotus as well. So maybe Snake King's going to die to the Jakiro damage. So check out a random blood grenade as well. Snake, he'll have the regen to stay through. And Nemo, why? He might not. Skitter did commit. Oh, got the deny on the neutral. Very nicely done. So
is this the play?
And it's in a good position to scout, but you've already got the rest of Falcon set up on the low ground, and they're going to run him straight towards that direction. They're going to be careful, though. Yeah, is this the play? You're fighting on top of the Firestorm, and as long as they don't lose the Wisdom, then Vici, without a doubt, will come out on top. I mean, Bach was struggling inside the lane, but man, did this Firestorm put in some work.
As long as he's not 6, as long as he doesn't have that enrage, they can keep on basically bullying him. Snake King.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I think this is a really smart move from Skitter, because if you think about everything that has happened, it's mostly due to the runes. Bottom planet.
Bottom lane. Really, they're going to be able to run into the Bristle. They'll try and offer some assistance with some TPs coming down for the Gen. XM's going to be careful, but the Quill's starting to stack up. Can they turn towards crit next? He does have the innate just to work with. They will be able to have the Terrorize to protect the Jakiro. So it sends Lorinov away.
The last two went to them. Storm made huge usage out of the Arcane Rune early on. Now with the DD, yeah, straight down bottom
lane. Yeah, because they got the Submarine trap as well. So previously you weren't sure if they're going to be able to continue to run into Shiro. They tried with the Terrorize, but it's a nice split away. Shiro's still alive, but they burned through the refraction and the health is gone as well. Now Lorinov is going to be able to run down planet next. Will Remnant over the Brambles. Does get clipped by one, but it shouldn't matter. And it's going to be a second kill for them. Bach is trying to slip by. They've got a couple of new creeps that are a little bit frustrating with the slows, and yeah, Bach would not be able to just bypass them at the same time. So this is actually 3 kills for Falcons.
It was kind of funny how he tried to slip. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just a 5-ton slug trying to pass by without you noticing.
Currently, Bach will be caught. Unfortunately, Jakira's got to TP out a bit of an awkward timing. If he was nearby, would have been able to cancel the shackles. Would have been pretty important to keep him alive. Oh, he tries to get Q with the Fiend's Gate, but meanwhile, maybe he was hoping the rest of the team do something with it after they got the kill. But no, they wanted the Chen instead.
Maybe the fight currently is a little bit easier for the TA than it is for the Ursa. Ursa down bottom.
Speaking of him,
he still didn't.
They're going to be able to get. Oh, Sam. Oh, they're going to be able to catch him. Skeeter tried to escape off the back of the teleporter. Mars going to do his best to body block him. Tries to get the leap over the high ground, but doesn't have enough distance on it.
If he leapt, he probably survives, right? Bristle has a Lotus for him anyway. For any of the dots.
Mid lane as well. Nice.
There's some more to unlock, but she's in a good spot.
Absolutely. They're going to be able to run into Snake King as well. Now, Snake King does have some backup. Crypt's going to leap into the middle. Now, Bark will split the fight as well with the Fiend's Gate. Getting a little bit dicey for Die, considering the hesitancy of them. Lorinov will be able to even up the trade with the supports. Now, Shiro also just ran inside the Serpent Watch, so his refraction's gone. Detection's a thing in question, but it's really not going to matter for too much longer. They'll still find him under the cover of the meld. And what was looking like a great start for Vici.
They probably want the BKB before they strike. They're setting up
Oh, really? Is this the play? All or nothing on Omar? Like, is this the decision you guys want to make? Because you're going to lose XM as well. He just got the zip away. Doesn't die to the Spirit Vessel by the looks of it. Man, it's close to ticking out. But meanwhile, the fight's continuing to break through. As they started on Omar, but that was not the right decision because they will lose multiple heroes. And with the price, it's too grave to pay. Lorenov with the triple. This tier 2 tower is going to drop.
Could be high ground.
They're probably not going to stop.
Yeah, this could just... I really don't understand that play. If they at least waited for the BKB on Storm, right? I wouldn't be confused as well. I understand your confusion.
They're still going to come out of the base. The moment Lorenov isn't here with the team, but he's got a remnant to be able to reach him. The Fiends gets in a pretty good position. They're going to go for the backline supports this time instead. So a much easier task for them, but they're still struggling with the damage at the moment. It takes them quite some time to deal with crit. Now XM's going to zip over the right because he's got the extra macropire damage to deal with snaking. 2 supports will lose their life to start the team fights. Now Shiro's trying to win the man fight 1v1. He'll get some distance with a Hurricane Pike, and Omar thinks about pushing Shiro forward. Are they going to be able to continue to play this? Because Skeeter, he's in trouble at the moment. They've lost the Aegis. Meanwhile, Lorenov and Amar, hand in hand, trying to deal with Bark. He's going to look for a TP out if they've got the damage to do. Amar swipes the clubs, starting to bash some heads in.
Not sure what he goes for next. A BKB wouldn't be that crazy. He's got the 100 GPM. Force stack as well, not too bad. Why?
Can they force something from Lorenov? No, they won't be able to. Actually, is he just going to run them down? Hang on, Lorenov, did you overplay your hand? You might have done just that. The damage, it's there. They didn't even have Shiro and they got the kill. They're in a pretty good position to take a high ground fight here. They've got the Observer Ward set up. Control the area with Roche spawning in 15 seconds. Radiant, they'll enter the high ground before Dire... Oh, Lorenov actually got the remnant as soon as the timing was there. We've seen previously he died 4-0. Is this going to be another one of those occasions? He's surviving thanks to Chen. Snaking sustain is going to be able to keep Lorenov alive. It's a good pit inside the middle, but you just see the hesitancy of Radiant. They're going to have to sacrifice Bar. They will not be able to get him away. As a hope and a prayer of making it through the portal. Yeah, there's absolutely no way that's working.
An attempt was made, but Roshan now is back up, of course, and straight into the pit. It was a nice attempt, like you said. Amar?
Fine. Who they found over the right side? Skeeter tried to find an angle for the initiation, but they're pump faking the Terrorize. Not a perfect opportunity. Now Skeeter's going to be in. They've isolated the Tempo Assassin. Shiri's just gone. No buyback. He bought out previously for the Daedalus, and also Lorenov is going to style on Y inside the fountain. Plenty of time left to work with for the Ages.
I don't know who you initiate on. Jakiro is up in 3, but Tia is dead for 30 more seconds. Yeah, you can take down the Ages, but this game is pretty much over. Storm.
Let's see if they can just buy enough time.
The Storm next to the fountain is strong.
Look at the first route. Oh, quick BKB from XM. And look, Crip was charging up the Hex. Thought I saw the animation from it, but XM's going to be able to zip away. He did, of course, now use that protection, so he's not going to feel as safe in this upcoming fight. Has to play perfectly away from Crip, and meanwhile, just the Throne has got bigger problems. With no glyph available, we've got a couple of seconds left, and with the catapult along with the wards, it's going to be game. Falcons, they'll take it in the end. So a much more impressive performance for them, considering yesterday we saw them struggle versus Yandex. It's just game 1 though, but big difference from yesterday.
After the rush, for them to justify the tier 2 fight, because they were waiting for the BKB on XM, and he still didn't have it. He was like very close, 200-300 gold away from it. It seems like Tiny will be mid, yeah. XM Tiny. Not the best matchup into the Storm, by the way.
Is fine. Meanwhile, mid, it does seem like it's going okay for XM at the moment. In fact, it's even. So something that you mentioned, that Storm is going to have a little bit more of available time. So XM can perform on the time. This is a very feast or famine type of hero. Like, you can do incredibly well. You can also struggle a lot. Snaking. It's going to be ran down. Planet kind of body blocks Bark a little bit, but it's not really going to be a huge problem. Skeeter, he'll be able to land a couple of races. Finds an extra one onto Planet. Is going to find first blood as well. But Bark, can he run away? Okay, can. Skeeter doesn't have any mana to continue with the chase. I thought with the raises onto the MOUZ, there might be a concern of his life. Because bottom, though, we also got another kill that's going on. So some action, much more.
Down the line. I think you're fine. Mid lane?
Inside the river. Yeah, Falcons actually going to try and bring the fight to Vici. They were starting to move down bottom. For their heroes. They're still running crit down, but they want the stacks instead. With the tree throw, they look for the deny. Doesn't actually get it though. Why is able to get the kill before the Ancients, and they'll also steal the stack as well.
Like every single game, if you aren't, you're probably not going to survive like Buck just did. The rotating storm as well. Well enough is here.
That they are. It's going to be an easy kill onto Planet, but let's see what the response is like from Vici. XM's a little bit too late. And Lorinov goes down to the south, and everyone else actually Delta splits to the north. So Skeeter and Snaking go hand in hand away. It is going to be two Wisdoms that favored died. Falcons will lose Snaking by the looks of it. Continued to run back into the lane where XM was still stalking.
Like, this isn't a hero that plays well without them at all. Like, maybe 6 is not most valuable, but it is value.
Oh, XM's actually going to run Snaking down. He's going to be pretty quick if he wants to get the kill, because I don't know if he's going to get away, though, afterwards. XM? Is that worth it?
It definitely isn't. The question is, like, would he survive if he just went back? He probably would have. Pango, you know, a bit more physical damage on them with the minus armor. They should probably have an easier time sword.
Oh, he actually zipped over the avalanche. Lorinov instantly activates the haste. Now Amar's going to look to try and TP in as well. It's a pretty good timing out of Box, but if they got the damage on to prevent the second round of ultimate, no, Amar's going to be able to get it off. And again, XM. His game will go from bad to worse now. I mean, it's tiny back-to-back deaths from him and Amar. Gotta be a little bit cautious. Amar? There's some big question marks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Skeeter, thinking about a defensive Requiem for his support. Someone you actually want to see go for towers, because we haven't seen really a group up around objectives in regards to towers. It's really been the power runes, or maybe these pickoffs
Amar
that they're able to find across the map. Amar could have a back-to-back death here, so another one for the boys on Vici to be able to find. First real aggressive move from them. They've been able to invade into the jungle, secure the kill. Now they're actually going to bring some of their resources to the other side of the map where Falcons are currently set up. Got 3 heroes down by the bottom tier 1 tower. They've got a pretty nice deep lane ward as well, Bar. We're going to try and get the initiation. Planet's going to be there in time here with the Phantom's Embrace as well, so they should kill off Amar and Mimo crit. He's stuck inside the wall as well, so it's not just going to be one. Will be a second kill for Vici. So the past sequence of events critical waste time.
and they get DSF on top. Yeah.
You got 2 heroes dying down bottom, and all of a sudden your carry's just getting, not solo killed, but he's getting killed 2v1. Yeah. So, I don't know. This is doesn't give a whole lot of confidence, and also you're losing more apparently. I mean, they are really struggling. They will try and strike back XM. The target of the Rolling Thunder. They don't have any extra cores down bottom at the moment here from Vici Gaming. They're even going to lose some more as well, with Snaking with a wraparound finds an angle. The whole planet down. Bach tries to snipe the Pango. Will be able to do so. Lorinov has got the mana.
He does?
He does with the Soul Ring. But they're going to be able to pull him back in time for Snaking to close the distance. And with Skitter nearby, there's not going to be a question if the damage is lacking. So Falcons, they're going to be able to strike back in a pretty heavy way.
If they kill the Pango but not Muerta, they probably can even fight after. So.
Might have to go back live here. Snaking. The Requiem's going to come through for the low ground. Lorinov with the zip over the top as well, but they're going to be careful now with the Soul Bind. It's not going to be too bad of a fight for Radiant if they have the damage, but they don't because Shiro's gone.
Arena?
Without the Wind Ranger, you've got some problems. It's not a bad arena. XM's going to have another round of spells shortly. The double kill secured here for the Tiny, but Bach will not be able to moonwalk away. And I mean, we were farming for a couple of moments, but now all of a sudden it is just chaos on the map.
And Falcons want to take a fight instead. Maybe get this rune. Arcane rune is up on Storm.
The fight breaks out at the moment. Bark is not currently with the team. Loren's going to zip over, but it's a zip straight on top of the shackle, but the chain control's going to be there. Lorenov!
Yep.
What was that? No respect for the rush! He just tossed Skeeter right to them! Skeeter just got tossed into the middle. Oh, no way. The 6-man assistance from Vici Gaming.
Only 3,000 more. Only 3 more items. That's all. That's all. That's all he needs. It's not a lot.
XM goes back. Finally opening with a jump, and it's a beautiful spear as well. They get the stun lock before the BKB once again onto Lorenov, so they lose the Aegis instantly. But can they take the fight on the second round here? It looks like the call's going to be to escape. No focus fire. No burst for another opportunity.
But he will. They won't be able to man fight him the moment he gets the MOUZ through. It's probably going to be MKB, I suppose, after Shkiro.
It's actually a free kill considering no one's currently playing behind him.
They know
it's
where they're coming from.
Exact drawing. Snake King's already dropped the ward up on the high ground. Bark, he's going to skeet, so he's going to step over on the outskirts of that vision. Skeeter, oh my god, XM put directly exactly where Skeeter is, and they're going to have to damage thanks to the focus fire. What a read from XM! Dude, his tiny has been exceptional this game.
He's soloing them right now. They're waiting on the high ground. 3 against 4.
XM's got Children and BKB. To be able to run into Pango, of course, a mark, keep in mind, again with that roll-up, makes it pretty messy. What a shackles from Shiro. Speed to follow up. They're going to have a perfect use of the chain control. Vici Gaming.
There is no satanic, nothing like that allows SF to fight. And I feel like he's going for the Silver Edge build. It's
the lane once again, XM. Gonna find the initiation. Such an easy kill. So much nuke with the Shivas and any extra spells that are used from afar.
Yeah, Crit has been dying quite a lot.
They're actually stalking them. Hang on a second. Shiro with the freshly completed scepter as well. Now, firstly, finally, they'll miss out on some of their spells. So MOUZ going to be able to react in time. Over to the left, they've also caught Skeeter as well. So the BKB is going to be activated defensively. Try and charge up the Requiem, which will grant them a kill over towards the Grimstroke. But can they take a prolonged team fight? Skeeter's going to duck away out of the cover of the Shadow Blade. He'll go as far to the west as he can. It seems like XM kind of has an idea. Shiro might as well. Hang on a second. Shiro, is he going to see him?
They got him.
Oh, they got him. Oh, my lord. Skeeter almost. I mean, where else could you go, really? There's not many more opportunities.
the face palm as well after.
Bro, he was pulling
fight.
Yeah, hang on. What's going on here down bottom? Shiro, early BKB. They're going to toss the Shaman over towards the right side. Skeeter will be able to charge up the Requiem. A bunch of chaos currently going on. Who's it going to favor in the end? Falcons. Do they call the retreat Amar? When the Rolling Thunder expires, they're going to be riding on Lorenov to get the zip in the middle. He's got the Arcane Rune for the team fight. Amar's still alive. A big shield crash from Amar gives him the help, but XM slips away. They're unable to secure the kill. And now maybe Vici can go back in. Shiro will clean up Crit. A 2-for-1 in the end.
Oh, dude, that arena just saves XM. Amar is still sticking about.
Well, they have a high ground wall that should not be there still. Couldn't get initiated with a Falcons as well from the spot, so they're going to be able to keep Bark alive. XM tries to rescue him with the Avalanche Bark. Pops a BKB. Now they've got the Hex over towards the left side as well. They're going to be able to isolate the Storm through it. He's gone once again, Lorenov. Unable to use his magic immunity.
Here comes the beast.
And there's a couple of too many deaths for him and Crit. Well, unfortunately, he's going to have to go up against the Dark Portrait. They do kill XM, but this is a consolation prize at best.
Dude, this Dark Portrait of SF actually looks badass. It looks better than the hero itself. Blacked out the way it is. No Murta though.
It's the important thing. We're going to have to do it 4v5, but we'll see how much this MKB can carry them through the team fight. Losing their base bar. Pops the Lincolns early. Amar with the Rolling Thunder as well to try and create some chaos. They're going to try and do their best with the Aegis. They won't be able to do so without committing too heavily. Skeeter's going to do his best to get on top of the BKB. Charge up with the Requiem, but the damage is just not enough. It wasn't perfect for timing. Have they still got what it takes to kill off Shiro, who's slipping away? They don't have the damage. Shiro's going to be able to live. It was an all-or-nothing play. A last-ditched attempt to hold the base, but XM's going to toss more back. He's given a prize on the silver platter, and now Grimstroke will be ran down as well. Apologies there.
SFTPing in, but also very deep. They have a jump, right?
With the Rolling Thunder. But once again, with the arena just used defensively, Skeeter's going to charge up the Requiem, but what's it going to do? Shiro can now turn second use of the arena, and this one is all done and dusted. It was an action-packed one. They've got a couple of buybacks, but importantly, without the SF, it's going to be problematic for the defense. They do hold XM inside the base, but there is zero damage. XM's even got an A on disc as well.
Yeah, GG is called in the end. Fun game, I gotta admit, like a very fun game with Falcons. I wouldn't say they threw it because they never really had it completely. Vici Gaming played really nicely around the tiny, like XM. This man on this hero, it was unstoppable.
Okay, so how do we feel? Like, what are we looking for heading to this upcoming game now? You've shown you that you can beat the SF. You have also, like, I mean, I don't know. Shiro's win ranger was unstoppable. 15-1 and 16. That makes me be like, why aren't we getting more win ranger? XM Tiny was.
Kez is an interesting option. Yeah. Necro. All right. Very different. Very different and very good as well. Standard draft from them, but this is a Falcon style.
Do you think jump bottom? Crit maybe? Yeah, but another round of the Metamorphosis here. It does look like Crit's going to give up first blood. He'll try and utilize the innate. Unfortunately, that's going to be enough. And now Amar getting a decent amount of chip damage into Shiro, but Shiro is going to be able to back away thanks to the slow from the dual breath.
Dual breath was safe, by the way. White wasn't using it. Amar, yeah.
Hang on a second. Yeah, Shiro's doing a really good job to play his distance and actually just lets Y finish the kill. So
get some farm towards the Timber, who's also pulling behind the tier 2 even, by the way. He pulled all around the triangle. Planet. It looks very dead.
Oh, what beautiful blocks.
Yeah.
How many resources they want to bring to the area? And well, it looks like it's a lot.
It's so dangerous though versus the Necro. And the chain, maybe not so dangerous.
Huh? Your wisdom. Psst, your wisdom.
He's fine. He's fine.
Yeah, Planet was here. I honestly didn't see Planet, to be honest. Oh, let's see if Shiro's going to be able to dodge the gank. He's got to level up in Sunder, but yeah, no, absolutely not going to happen. They'll make sure they chain control him perfectly. Now, Radiant do even TP XM down bottom as well, so it's going to make it even more awkward, the fact that the Tiny... They are still here on Falcons. No one has revealed on the other side of the map, and Skeeter's actually got a Reaper Scythe as well ready to go, so they're going to have some problems to try and keep Shiro alive. There's... Oh, what a timing of the Sunder! Oh, Shiro, he's still going to die in the end, but maybe there's some turn potential. Because Skeeter doesn't have that much health at the moment. Bark's going to try and TP in here. XM will also come shortly, but okay, it doesn't matter. Cool Sunder, no turn. With the Mar being surrounded with 4 heroes, should be able to get the kill, but of course the question is what's happening on the other side. They are losing the stack, so this is the price they have to pay for it. We're gonna see a smoke to top lane. An attempt at the Skeeter's life. They'll pop out. If they got the nuke before the sustain comes out, they absolutely do.
Dude, he read that so well.
Great positioning.
Yeah, he's close enough to break the smoke, but he's still behind the illusions and not far from this hero.
The Necro, they're actually going to be able to blow on. Dude, XM is making so much work with this blink. I mean, it's just past maybe just even 2 minutes. 3 big kills, and now the Necro even more so.
Same plays, same kill, same heroes. Taking down Echo. This
It's going to reveal his own blink as well. Phase to try and get out of the wards. Ice Path will come through, but XM's going to be held too long. They're going to try and TP out of the Jakiro, and Lorenov won't be able to find him in time, so...
Like, this is every single move right now is red. They know exactly what's going on. Storm's TPing because of it. There's no...
Yeah, so Skitter's going to bait. They're going to toss him back to the nuke potential. He gets a ghost shot off and a bunch of heal as well, but it's not going to be enough by the looks of it.
Dead.
And what a toss, man. Slowing down crit and snaking on top of the Macropire. This is just reminiscent of the spellcasting we saw from Vici in that second game. XM's tiny. Is there a mid laner better than him on the tiny at the moment? Like, dude.
While the world was burning around them.
They're still going to try and force a team fight. Lorenov actually zipped directly on top of them. Now, they might be able to get a free kill with the Aegis. Absolutely, they will. What's the call now? How are they going to reevaluate? They'll drop the ice path, and the chain control needs to be perfect, and it is. Now, you use Ghost Shot pretty early on. They've got the side. The sustain's going to be enough to keep Bark alive, and this really should all be Radiant's team fight, but Shiro's stuck inside the wards. Once he's going to be able to pop out, it is disastrous for Falcons. And he stuns. The damage is almost enough, but we're getting to some dangerous territory for Falcons. This is not a lineup. How's this ready to work with? They have an idea of what's going on now. Maybe they can bait Skeeter this time closer to the objective. They need more people here, though. They knew. They saw. They had this high ground ward at the triangle, but... they're losing their base, though, so they're not going to try and force a fight at the moment. Maybe they're waiting for them to disengage. Lorenov will give them the information, but XM's going to be able to get the jump in with the toss. The damage is just too much! It's just too much at this stage of the game, and they're all just dying as well. The scythe comes out, but it doesn't do its job. Skeeter gets back inside the base, but Amar has no help. He's running away from anyone else. He's got the movement speed by the looks of it, but XM's going to be able to catch up him, toss him to his grave. Skeeter tries to help out, but the Sunder's going to be there. He'll die shortly afterwards. They're going to buy back on Amara as well, but is there a further fight to be had? They just get the shackles. Hang on a second. It's not going to matter in the end by the looks of it. Vici Gaming, they're just too far ahead. And Falcons have crumbled through these past couple of team fights. This game and last game, they just couldn't take it to China. They even get the +1 as well.
They're done. This is basically a game. There's no defending with the Storm alone. He might try and...
Man, if you thought you had problems already, now you've got a Daedalus on the Terrorblade. XM's going to be able to find an angle as well. Snake King comes too far forward. And now everyone else as well has just put themselves on the chopping block. And that's going to be all she wrote. Falcons eliminated from the hunt at PGL Wallachia Season 7. We've had lots of different teams being able to get a victory here at PGL, but Falcons still yet to find their first trophy, and Vici will knock them out.
AUI to discuss and see what went wrong, but what went right was Vici Gaming. Everything went right. 5-0-12 on the Timbersaw planet as well, having a really rough start, rough laning stage, but itemizing